Can a single carrier fighter armed with a new missile fundamentally alter naval power balances in the Pacific when one platform now combines range, speed, and massed firepower? The striking fact is this: China's carrier-based J-15 has been seen carrying the J15 anti-ship cruise missile, a weapon unveiled only in September 2025. What this video explores is how that pairing signals a deeper transformation underway within the People's Liberation Army Navy, one tied to ambitions far beyond coastal defense, and how its implications extend to Western carrier groups, alliance planning, and crisis stability across contested seas in Asia's most militarized maritime theaters today. If this capability matures, it reshapes how naval conflicts might be fought, compressing reaction times and stressing missile defenses. If it fails to integrate effectively, China's carrier program risks costly redundancy. Success, however, would accelerate the shift from regional sea denial towards sustained blue water operations. The stakes matter because carrier strike groups underpin Western sea control doctrines, logistics protection, and crisis signaling. A credible challenge forces adjustments in force posture, alliance burden sharing, and escalation management. In short, whether this development scales or stalls influences deterrence calculations from the South China Sea to the wider Pacific, where multiple nuclear-armed states operate in proximity. The J-15 itself reflects historical roots of Chinese naval aviation. Derived from the Soviet Su-27 flanker lineage, it entered service in 2012 as China's first operational carrier fighter. Early variants were optimized for air defense near home waters, consistent with a navy focused on coastal security. Over time, Beijing invested heavily in domestic redesign, materials science, and avionics, turning the platform into something distinct from its Russian origins. This evolution mirrors China's broader maritime trajectory, moving from near-seas defense toward far-seas presence, supported by carriers, escorts, and long-range strike systems designed to contest control beyond the first island chain during future crises. The latest J15B variant, confirmed in service in 2024, represents a decisive leap. It uses more composite materials, reducing weight while improving structural life under carrier stresses. An advanced active electronically scanned array radar, among the largest fitted to any fighter, enhances maritime targeting and situational awareness. Combined with sophisticated electronic warfare systems and stealth coatings, the aircraft is optimized for strike roles. Its exceptional range makes it the longest-range carrier-based fighter currently operational. These attributes are magnified aboard the Fujian, whose electromagnetic catapults enable heavier takeoff weights, more fuel, and larger weapon loads than ski jump carriers previously allowed at sea operations. The J15 missile itself marks another step. First unveiled on September 3, 2025 during a major parade, it is a supersonic ramjet-powered anti-ship cruise missile. Analysts assess its speed at around Mach 4, similar to the larger J12. Its reduced size allows carriage by fighter aircraft rather than heavy bombers, multiplying launch platforms. Distinctive design features include multiple wing pairs and rectangular tail surfaces on intakes and nozzles. Together, these characteristics suggest a weapon tailored for high-speed penetration against modern naval defenses, while serving as an interim solution before hypersonic systems mature across multiple branches of the Chinese military over coming years. Operationally, the J-15's role is evolving alongside other carrier aircraft. Despite the emergence of the lighter fifth-generation J-35, the J-15's greater payload makes it the primary long-range strike platform. Missions are expected to rely heavily on J-15D electronic attack variants, which can degrade enemy sensors and protect strike packages from beyond visual range threats. This layered approach increases survivability while complicating adversary targeting. It reflects a mature understanding of carrier air-wing composition, where kinetic and electronic effects are integrated rather than employed in isolation during complex maritime operations against technologically advanced opponents with high-density sensor networks and layered missile defenses deployed. These aircraft do not operate alone. Within a carrier strike group, J-15 formations would integrate with surface combatants such as the Type 055 destroyer. Those ships field dual-band radars capable of tracking targets beyond the horizon, providing cueing data to airborne shooters. Coordinated salvo tactics could see air-launched YJ-15 missiles complementing ship-launched YJ-18 and YJ-20 weapons. This networked approach distributes risk and saturates defenses, complicating interception for even advanced naval forces accustomed to operating with layered missile shields in high-intensity conflict scenarios involving multiple vectors of attack across wide maritime spaces simultaneously during major contingencies at sea regions worldwide today globally. The air-wing is only one element of a broader missile ecosystem. China has deployed hypersonic and supersonic anti-ship weapons across platforms, including submarines and H-6 bombers carrying ballistic and cruise missiles. The Pentagon has outlined scenarios in which coordinated strikes from air, surface, and subsurface assets could overwhelm carrier defenses. In this context, the YJ-15 fills a specific niche, adding flexible carrier-based mass to existing arsenals. Its value lies less in novelty than in how it multiplies launch points and compresses defender decision cycles during fast-moving naval engagements across contested theaters under high information pressure conditions for commanders at sea level. Consider two futures. In one, the J15B and YJ15 combination scales rapidly, operating from multiple carriers and forcing adversaries to invest heavily in missile defense and dispersal. In another, operational constraints, countermeasures, or logistical limits blunt its impact, preserving existing balances. A third possibility lies between, where incremental gains steadily erode margins rather than overturn them. Each scenario carries different risks for escalation, signaling, and crisis management. The common thread is uncertainty, as technological advances interact with doctrine, training, and political decision-making in unpredictable ways during high-stakes confrontations involving major powers and their allies across maritime Asia and beyond in future decades ahead. Ultimately, the sight of a J-15 carrying the YJ-15 is a data point in a larger story about power transition at sea. It highlights how China is knitting platforms, sensors, and weapons into integrated systems designed to contest control far from its shores. Stability will depend on whether adaptation keeps pace on all sides.